imagine yourself, you can't see anything. Going outside is going to be seriously scary. My world has shrunk a bit. I mean, if you dump me in the middle of Rotherham or Sheffield or, I don't know, Dumfries or something, I wouldn't have a clue how to get around because there'd be no points of reference for me. The basic condition is something called X-linked retinoschisis, which is a deformity of the retina. I've had cataracts in both eyes. I now have I've got a detached retina in that side, so I don't see anything on the left. Your brain is working overtime all the time, trying to make sense of the limited signals it's getting. A lot of visually impaired people, if there's any barriers put in the way, it is another hurdle for them to get over. So a lot of people just sit in the house. Do you get the PIN number in that?
Do you go on a lot of trips abroad?
Yeah, I sort of decided a while back that whilst I can see stuff, I'm going to see as much as I can. We started when I retired about 3 or 4 years ago. Went to South Africa, Botswana, around there. I went to Cuba last year, but a lot of the trips are in Europe, Poland or Ukraine or the Baltics. I just, like experiencing different cultures, different food, different drink, meeting people. It's great. I have a great time. And I'm going to keep on doing that as long as I can. When the eyes were not better than they are now, you could actually hide the fact that you are visually impaired because psychologically I didn't want a label.
Great, thanks a lot, mate. Cheers.
As the eyes have got worse, there's no avoiding it. And so I came to the conclusion a while back that you might as well embrace it. And if people have got a problem with it, they've got a problem with it. Some of my colleagues they've had sort of hate crime stuff against them, and my friend Linda, who's got a guide dog, some bloke escorted her to the central reservation of a road and then left her there, and then went over the other side of the road and filmed her trying to negotiate the traffic getting over, so they were going to put it on YouTube. So, there are some crappy people out there, but there are crappy people everywhere. So, people can. Some people are very helpful when you don't want them to be. You'd be stood on the side of the road wanting to cross, and somebody will grab hold of you and march you across the road, whether you want to go across or not. But generally, my experience has been great.
You were saying earlier about A-boards.
Yeah, well, as I said, you get around by memory, and you can memorise where trees and lampposts and benches and things are. But A-boards are put out by retailers randomly. And so when a shopkeeper opens up in the morning, picks up his A-board, and he dumps it outside the shop, and it's never in the same place twice, which has, for some people, been another psychological barrier to them actually leaving the house. And we managed to succeed in getting a trial ban last year in 4 areas of the district. Well, that's great, so it'll make a big difference. It means you can wander around the streets without fear of injuring yourself.
Would you say you've got quite a positive mindset about it?
Yeah, well, I tell you, you've got no choice, really. You can sit there and think, I'm going to lose my sight, this is going to get worse, and just bow to it. Or you can think, right, well, that's what I can't do anything about it. So what's the point getting upset about it? Just go with it. It's a mental approach, really.
Select. Unread. Ian Fozzard. Advance notice of region meeting and AGM. 14:30. Unread. Alan Britt. Delete. Button. Delete. Unread. LinkedIn updates. Richard Bradley added a connection. Search field.